guys, you're watching Cait Straight Up, and I'm your host, Caitlin, and today I'm going to answer your holiday prayers and show you how to make a simple and easy holiday prime rib roast recipe. Prime rib is something that is really common around this time of year. People love to impress their Christmas guests by making it, and so many people I have found are intimidated by cooking a prime rib roast, and it's actually not hard at all. It's one of the easier things that you could do. It requires few ingredients for a dry rub. It's absolutely delicious. Don't be intimidated. We're going to walk through it today. You guys are going to love it. The most important step to getting a really good prime rib roast dinner is getting a good cut of meat. So I went down to my local butcher. I hung out with my friend down there. He was awesome. My guy at Wegmans. I love him. We talked about it. We chatted. He cut me a delicious cut of meat. Today I'm going to show you how to make a rib roast recipe, but I'm going to make mine with a smaller cut because I'm cooking it for me and my husband only. So this is about a 2.5 pound rib roast that I again am making for 2 people. So what you want to do is kind of gauge, talk to your butcher, tell him how many people that you have coming to dinner, and he'll cut you the right slice of meat. When you're ready to cook your prime rib roast, you're just going to take it out of your fridge and allow it to come to room temperature. You're then going to sprinkle it with some salt right across and let it sit on your countertop for about a half hour to an hour. The most important thing when cooking a prime rib roast is that you actually have to cook it at really high heat first, and then you can lower the temperature. So this is a great time to preheat your oven to about 475 or even 500 degrees. I know that's hot, but you want to get it pretty much as high as you can go for 12 to 15 minutes. So get that guy preheating because that is some high heat. So we've allowed our prime rib roast to come to room temperature, and it's time to add some spices to the outside. You're going to have to get a little bit messy. We're going to have to rub it down, but you'll be okay. So the number one thing that I like to add to the outside of my prime rib is some cracked black pepper. So I usually just add a little bit to one side and then I flip it and do it again. It's the best way to do it in my mind, but go ahead and experiment. The only other spices that we're adding is kind of an herb de Provence. It's kind of a French blend of spices. Everyone does them a little bit differently, but I add an oregano, a savory, a thyme, and I like to put some marjoram in it, so the marjoram, the spice, as well as I sneak some garlic powder in because I am Caitlin on Cait Straight Up, and I love that garlic powder, and I can't keep it out of anything. But, I mean, hey, cut it if you want it more traditional. Then you're just going to rub it into your one side of meat. If it seems a little uneven, go ahead and add a little bit more. Rub it on down, and then flip your meat over, and just repeat the process. After you get your spices rubbed nice into your meat, you're going to put it bone side down and have all this nice fat right up top, because that is the part that we want kind of up and getting gushy. Now, I love to do this part. You can honestly throw it right in your oven at this point, but if you do this, you're going to love it. I like to cut in some holes to my meat and shove in some full garlic cloves. So again, you're just going to kind of cut some holes throughout the top of your meat and put full cloves of garlic down into it and press as far as you could go. So I was at my favorite food store ever, Wegmans, today, and I was talking to my butcher, and we were getting a good laugh because he actually had some prepared, ready-to-buy rib roast just the way that I am cooking for you now, with the full cloves of garlic stuffed inside there. And he was like, go get that one. I don't want to cut you a fresh cut of meat. And I was like, I need to make it for my channel. Like, give me the fresh stuff. It was funny. We were laughing about it. But you guys are really going to enjoy this recipe. It's worth it. Shove in those garlic cloves just over the top on the real fatty side of your meat. And then we're almost ready for the oven. When you got your spices rubbed on and your garlic stuffed in nice and tight, it is time for that hot, hot oven. And we're cooking it at high heat for 12 to 15 minutes. After that first 12 to 15 minutes at that high heat, you're going to lower your oven down to 325. Then you are going to cook it for about 11 to 12 minutes per pound for a rare roast, and about 13 to 15 minutes per pound for a medium rare roast. So you're going to want to keep an eye on your prime rib roast though, because this is not something that you want to go longer than necessary. So if you're looking for medium rare, you want your prime rib roast to come in at a temperature of about 125 to 130 120 would even be okay. So make sure you're keeping an eye on it. After you reach that medium rare temperature of about 120 to 125, you're gonna pull it out of your oven and allow it to rest on your counter or stovetop. And after that, guys, you cooked yourself a delicious prime rib roast dinner. Your guests are gonna be impressed. Slice it down as thick as you want. If you want thin slices, go thin. You want some nice, thick, hefty slices of meat, go for it. You earned it. You cooked a delicious prime rib roast. And I told you that you would be surprised at how easy it was. Have a Merry Christmas, guys. I am so happy that you hang out with me here in my kitchen. I love each and every one of you, and I don't just say that. I really mean it. I check every day that you guys are all here on my channel, and I really, really love you guys, and I'm so thankful. So make sure to come back for more recipes. We have them every Tuesday, sometimes Thursdays, and Sundays in between. We take requests. We're on Instagram, Cait Straight Up Cooking. Share your cooking, comment below. Let's have some fun, and I will see you next time, guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful holiday, and I hope your freaking prime rib roast rocks it. See you next time. Bye-bye.